Hi, this is Anne Free, and I am doing my screencast today for our Week 4 project on creating a diabetes registry database. As I was creating this database, I honestly didn't need to do a lot of research, as I am a primary care physician and see diabetics on a regular basis, and most of what I do in visits with them is to go through their preventative care labs. So a lot of this is more second nature to me. How I decided to create my tables within my database is as follows here on my EER diagram. I first started with the demographics table, creating the primary key as the MRN in integer form. In a real database, this would probably be a 6 to 8 to 9 digit number that would correlate with the MRN of the patient chart. When I was inputting data, I simplified this down to just doing a 3-digit number. Within the demographics, I wanted to capture the first and last name as well as a date of birth so that I could see and potentially query on the ages of my patients. I wanted to know about race and gender, as these can be variables that are good to know and actually affect different assessments as we're going through with diabetes. And then also basic information such as address, city, state, zip code, and then phone number. Using the information to try to pull that information out, I was using variable characters for the first last names and through most of these. I wanted to make sure my state only stayed 2 characters, so I did use that constraint. With the date of birth, I obviously wanted to have a date in that place. And then for gender, I also just wanted to be an F or an M for male or female, so there wasn't any confusion that way either. From there, I tried to pull in my data. One of the main things would be the labs. Again, I created an MRN, which is going to be the foreign key linking back to the demographics chart, so we can easily pull the information for the patient and the information in the labs that came through. We'll have the name or the date for which the lab was performed, which it has that in its formatting. And then I also did put in information for a cholesterol panel, including LDL, triglycerides, HDL, and total cholesterol. Those can be anywhere from a 1 to 4 or even potentially higher digit number. So I just left that open. For the hemoglobin A1C, that's typically a 2 or 1 or 2, basically a 2 or 3 digit number with 1 integer coming after the decimal. So I did create a constraint to keep, or with the formatting, to try to keep that so that I would always have a point digit afterwards. Microalbumin has typically the same type of format, so I did characterize the formatting as decimal with 4 possible digits with 1 after into the tenths column. Glucose I left as an open integer, and then creatinine I did also put out to the 100th decimal point. That is my table that I wanted to keep track of labs. I did allow null values to be in there, such as on a date that labs were drawn, they might not have had all of these taken care of. And I didn't want to error out anything in case that would create a problem. I then also went into the preventative care. This I again linked back to my main demographics table with a foreign key using the MRN number. In here, there really is only one line item for each patient, as this would be an updated flow sheet as we went along. All of these have a dating format, as I'm looking at the date for their Pneumovax shot, their last flu shot, the date they completed their hepatitis B series if indicated, their last eye exam, last dental exam, and last foot exam. Ideally, these would just be updated as opposed to new values necessarily added into the charting. And then I finally also created a table for office visit information. Again, I used the foreign key of the MRN to link back to the demographics. In this, I had the office date with the dating format. I wanted to track what the blood pressure was, as well as if a yes or no, so a Y or an N answer if they were taking an aspirin, if they were on an ACE or ARB, taking a statin, and if they were a smoker. Those things can vary to each office visit potentially, although they are probably more static, but at least give a more vivid picture on how the patient is being characterized. When I was creating this database, I did do my information through the EER diagram first, and then finished up my constraints through the table format. I did actually do all my information and inserts in here too, as it was much easier for data entry. I actually did something a little bit different, probably instead of doing the random inputting. I have my own separate table for which these are real patients for me, and I wanted to potentially use this in a real world setting to get some information and make sure that what I was drawing for came back in usable form. For office visits, I try to put in at least 3 different visits for each patient. And then, as I mentioned, with the prevention charting, each patient has one line which has their most updated information. In script format, I did, like I mentioned, forward engineer this and then created my database within my tables here. I did just try to run one query just to make sure everything came through, and so far, at least from a demographic standpoint, it looks like things will hopefully work. That is how I created the database, and I am looking forward to creating some queries to see how I can use this appropriately. Thank you and have a good night.